Hey everybody. If you're like me and you're studying Japanese, you probably went online and you learned about visual novels. A great way to combine gaming and reading and studying Japanese all in one really fun, exciting experience. If you're also like me, you downloaded Steins and then realized that all the tools that you read about how to hook the text and download the scripts and all these great things, they didn't work when you tried to play Steins Gate. So what I want to do today is walk you through what I found that worked and how you can start playing Steins Gate as well for studying Japanese. So the first thing I want to go through is you got to download the game. I bought mine on Steam. It's a quick, easy way to do it. There are a lot of other places to get it. Get it on Steam. If you get it on Steam, the first thing you're going to have to do is you have to go and right-click to Properties, and you're going to change your language. By default, it's gonna start playing that game in whatever your system language is or whatever your Steam property language is, which is probably going to be English or whatever your native language is. You have to go in and change it. The great thing about Steam is that you can go and change that specifically for the game you're playing. So first step, you're going to go in, you're going to start. What I did, I went through the options within the game and I couldn't find a way to change it to Japanese. You want to go do that in Steam. Again, right clicking in your library, going to properties, and then in general here, you change the language to Japanese. The next step is you're going to need a program called Agent. This is the GitHub. I'll have the link down in the description. But Agent is a text hooker with JavaScript, it says. Download this, install it. This has a exe file, so there's no kind of additional scripting or downloading of anything that you'll have to kind of sort through and figure out if you're not like a super tech coding person. It's not that you need that for other ones, but when I was trying to troubleshoot those tools, I found that I needed to know a little bit more coding technology than I currently know. So Agent was quick, it's easy, download it. Number one step, I ran into this yesterday. If you're having an issue, something that I'm describing in this video isn't working for you, make sure you have downloaded the most recent Agent. I had Agent 1.3 yesterday, and I loaded up my game, and it wouldn't work. It wasn't combining, it wasn't doing anything I expected it to, and it turned out I did not have the latest version. Latest version come out 1.4. Downloaded 1.4 and everything worked smooth. Everything was perfect. So if for some reason it's not working, go to the GitHub, make sure you've got the most recent version. So install Agent, download an Agent, install Agent. Second tool you'll need is Yomi-chan or Yomi-tan. I currently use Yomi-chan. I have not upgraded over to Yomi-tan. Yomi-chan is no longer being developed or worked on. Yomi-tan is the branch which people are still updating and modifying. I'm going to be doing that soon. This comment here talks about it. There is another exporter. So the reason I hadn't updated is I didn't want to go and redo or change my settings. There is a tool that can allow you to quickly update your Yomi-chan to Yomi-tan without having to do too much rework. Once you have those two things installed, you'll be ready to go for once you have Yomi-tan, you need to make sure you install your dictionaries. So there's a variety of dictionaries that you want to install so that you actually get text popping up when you hover over words. So adjust your Yomi-tan or Yomi-chan settings. If you don't, I'll make a separate video about that later. Get Agent installed. Agent's pretty simple, straightforward. Once you have all that going, here's what you're going to do. It's very simple, very easy. This is already partially done. I was playing yesterday. So the first thing you do, and you have to rehook this every time you start. Every time you close your game, you have to reapply Agent so that it works. First thing is you go to your settings. I am using this to learn Japanese. So I have turned off machine translation. I do not want a machine to translate Japanese. I want to translate Japanese. If I get something wrong, I got it wrong. If the machine gets something wrong, I don't know that it's wrong. I don't know how to understand that, so I'm not even going to let that help me. If you're just playing to play and have fun, do the machine learning, do whatever. But if you're studying if you're doing this to study Japanese, I advise, my recommendation is do not use machine translation. It is going to slow you down. It's not going to help you. At that point, you're just reading English or whatever your native language is. Don't do it. Read Japanese. Struggle with Japanese. Get more comfortable with Japanese. That's how you're going to make more progress faster. So I turn that off. I turn everything off. All I have is what's called the WebSocket server. Once you have this set up, you can click this or you can right click it, grab it. Clipboard is in here. That allows you to copy and paste. I just leave it there. Basically, every time text shows up, it's in my clipboard and I can paste it somewhere. I'm not doing that because I'm opening up the WebSocket server. There are other functionalities that you can do with an overlay, all that. Explore it, do what you want. This is what I do. I open it up in this WebSocket server. I have it sized so that it sits next to my my game, and I can go through and I can interact with this. This is a web page, which means I can use Yomi-chan or Yomi-tan on it. I hold shift and I hover over words. It gives me the definition. It lets me understand things quickly, and I can add new cards that I don't know. I already know this. I'm not going to add it. I can add these to my Anki deck so I can study the words that I'm encountering. And how do I get this over here? I have to hook the content. But this address is just this address here in the WebSocket server setting. So what we need to do to attach it is we don't have to go through any of the hoops that I was reading about with Textractor. That was a little bit of a confusing bit where you're going through to hook, to find the whatever. This is so easy. All you're going to do, drag it over, target the window. I have targeted my Steins Gate window. I go through, I'm going to update my script, up to date. I've already got it selected, but you go in here, you type in the name of the game. So this is Steam Steins Gate Mages Steins Gate. So I have that selected. That's the script it's going to do. I attach, and it runs some code. It's attached. Now, this window, I don't need it anymore. Everything's attached. Everything's good to go. I ignore that. I move that on my other monitor. Now, when I load the game, and I'm already into the game, so basically nothing's going to happen here until the game loads new text. There it goes. This text is the text I ended on. And so it's there at the end of my previous session, and it's the first text that loads into the game after starting my new session. There it is. I can now hover over. Look up what this says, and she's saying, "Oh," the narrator is saying, "Oh, her part-time job. It seems like her part-time job has ended. She's off her shift. Her shift is over. She came home after her shift is over." So now I can quickly go through and read that. I can't interact with this text over here. Within the novel, I can't select, copy, paste. That's why a tool like a text extractor, it extracts the text so that you can interact with it. So I'm extracting it and interacting with it over here to be in this web browser so that I can look things up very quickly and easily with Yomi-chan or Yomi-tan. This tool, Agent, works exceedingly well. It's one of the main ones that works without super crazy workarounds. For Steins Gate, other games made on what is called the Mages platform or Mages coding. I'm not sure what it is. Mages, what they call it. You might see that when you're looking this stuff. This doesn't work on Mages. This doesn't work on Mages. Agent works on Mages. Agent, as you saw, has a lot of scripts built in. So I can't mess with it now because I'm attached, but there are a lot of scripts. I don't know what the limitations are in Agent, so I don't know if there are games that it notably doesn't have the scripts for, but there seems to be a lot going on there. And the devs are working on it. Like I said, there's an update in this past week that I didn't have, and then I had to reinstall the update. Devs are working on it, so if there is, for whatever reason, a script that's not in there, I'm sure you can join and talk to a community to figure out how to get that script in there. But as far as Steins Gate goes, Agent works phenomenal. There's no extra hoops you have to jump through. It just works, and it has been incredibly easy for me to get this set up. When you open the WebSocket overlay, the other tip is there's this window, and it's not going to be intuitive how you move it around. If you get to the point where you can have the cursor changing to the up and down or the diagonal, how you can modify or change the text size, if you right click, you can move this box around. So I move the box up here. It starts like down here somewhere. I move it up here. I resized my browser window so that it sits nicely next to my game. You can change the text size. You can change the color. I only have the original. Like I said, I turned machine translation off, but you could change the font color if you want. A lot of settings to play around with, but I keep it pretty minimal. I just take the original text over because all I needed to do is to be on a web page so that I can use my Yomitan to grab it. You can also copy and paste from here, and I click backlog on, so I have all the text that I have seen so far. So if I'm reading and I missed something or I mistranslated because I wasn't sure about some context a little bit earlier, I can go back through the backlog and go, oh, when I thought they were talking about this, this line here helps me understand more of the context about what was going on up there. That's basically it. If there are any other questions about how to get this set up, let me know. I've gone through a couple of troubleshooting sessions with this, so I might have an answer. So there you have it. Agent is super, super simple, super easy to use. I'm a big fan of it. It worked great for Steins Gate. If you are like me, you downloaded Steins Gate, you're excited to play, only to find out that the traditional tool that you learn about or read about when learning visual novels doesn't work with Steins Gate, doesn't work with mages. So it also won't work for another game called Chaos Head, which I think is my next game. Unless I continue playing through as much Steins Gate as possible. There's like 5 or 6 Steins Gate games. We'll see. Right now the focus is on Steins Gate. Agent, super, super great tool. It connects to a lot of different games, so it's going to be my tool of choice for now for visual novels. Until I run into something where I can't, for some reason, the script's not there for it. I'm gonna keep using this. As I said, any questions, let me know. Drop comments, drop likes. Do you have any recommendations for other visual novels I should try after Steins Gate? Right now, my plan is Steins Gate and then Chaos Head, and kind of going from there. But there's a whole wide world of stuff out there that I'm jumping in to explore. So, otherwise, thanks for watching. Pick up Steins Gate, pick up Agent, pick up Yomitan, study in Japanese, study Japanese in Japanese, and don't get discouraged, keep plowing ahead, just keep reading, read as much as you can, and please, please, please make mistakes, it's the best way to learn. Don't let perfection hold you back. But anyway, that's all for now. Mata ne. Arigatou gozaimasu.